Hey guys, and welcome back to Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. I might call it Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door because that just rolls off the tongue better, but it's technically just Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, which we're right in front of right now. And also, nice teleportation there, frankly, in Goombella.
Did we win?
Now, why would a Mario game have someone's internal organ in the title?
Oh.
Yeah, this is what I meant. The sprites are rotating with the camera.
Oh yeah, this is a scene that we see throughout the game. Is Mario going in front of the door and the thing spinning? That happens after every chapter. We get our MacGuffin, we come back here, and it leads us to the next MacGuffin. You know,
It's just really funny because the sprites rotate, the models rather, but their perspective doesn't. So you're seeing the front of them from all angles.
and they do have backs and not sides, but if you're walking forward, you don't see Mario run backwards to the front to the back of the screen. You actually do see Mario's back as he moves forward towards the back of the screen. So
Yeah, I know, but they like deliberately didn't do that for those spinning around scenes.
you know what it might be? It's because technically, like, Mario's limbs are separate from his body and from his head. So if they were to do that and they were to like turn the camera around and Mario would stay flat, you would see for at least a split second that the pieces weren't connected, and that would break and that would be kind of weird looking, I think, which is probably why they went
Unless
with
they play up like a cardboard mentality that they do with certain things. I know Sticker Star did that, didn't
Sticker Star, for all of its problems, is a very good looking game. The entire game looks like it's made out of cardboard. It's very nice looking. That's all the praise for Sticker Star. I think I can manage for the next 10 minutes. So, yeah, I will try not to spend the entire playthrough bitching about Sticker Star, saying how much this game is better than Sticker Star, because we have our Sticker Star.
Even though it is.
It is, but, you know, even we have our eventual Sticker Star commentary in about 15 years.
Not it.
Damn it. Fuck. You would do that, wouldn't you, Ryan?
Well, only Ryan said not it. Not it.
Well, I'm not recording it. I don't play this series.
Fuck you guys.
People are already hounding me for the Persona games, and we've got 2 RPGs in our backlog that we need to get through before I even think about that.
Yeah, so...
Buckle up, boys and girls. We're in here for the long run.
Well, we've got Super Paper Mario to do before we even think about doing Sticker Star, and Super Paper Mario is probably longer than this game, actually. So, you know, it'll be a while. But yeah, basically...
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Probably not for a while, though. But basically the main flow of the game, unlike the first game where we were rescuing the Star Spirits from Bowser, this time we're trying to find the Crystal Stars, because legend has it, you find all 7, you can open the Thousand-Year Door. So...
Okay, so here's my question. Is Princess Peach actually, going around doing all this stuff on her own, like looking for the treasure?
What do you think?
Okay. So she gets kidnapped every Tuesday and needs Mario to rescue her, and she doesn't think, I'm going treasure hunting and adventuring. Maybe I should take my rescuer along with me.
Yeah, well...
Granted, that's usually Mushroom Kingdom related shenanigans. This is
Hey, she got
Rogueport.
kidnapped in the Piantas City too.
Well, the thing is...
And in space. Twice.
She gets kidnapped every Tuesday. She actually found the letter on She actually found the map on Thursday and then mailed it to Mario on Friday. I think Mario got it by like maybe Monday. So just to give you an idea of the time.
So she timed it, knowing when she would be kidnapped, just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case.
She actually really lucked out at sending the map to Mario, for reasons that we'll see after the end of the first chapter. But there is a tutorial section telling you about action commands. I skip it because I've not only been doing action commands, I've been doing stylish moves the entire time. So
Timed hits.
yeah.
Do you want to go into
action
stylish
commands?
moves
Every
now?
other game fucking calls them action commands. Ryan, shut up.
They were called timed hits first, so...
Yeah. Meh.
Timed hits rolls off the tongue better.
I
Fewer
like
syllables.
action commands. We've got an optional boss here, though, that we're going to find. This is Gus. I'm being kind of ballsy and going at him with 8 HP.
It is definitely possible though, especially if you know how to time your guard and super guards.
Oh yeah, no, he's very easy to guard in super guard. I think
Yeah.
he's got 20 HP, which is a lot. His attack is 3, which is huge for this point in the game. You can go after him when you come back from chapter 1. And to be honest, there's not an awful lot you can do on the other side of East Rogueport right now. I think you unlock the Trouble Center by going over to this side, so you can do some side quests, but...
Oh, wait, so the action command is you pull back the stick and release it?
Yeah, and like you're hitting the hammer, you press the A button for the jumping, which we can't do right now because he's got a spear, and if we try to jump on him, we'll take damage. But jumping, you press the A button right as you hit the guy's head to jump on him again. One thing that's new for Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door is stylish commands, where if you hit the A button during certain parts of the animation for your normal action commands, you'll get a stylish move, which will make the crowd more amped up, which actually doesn't really come into play until right about now, actually, because we are doing a special move right now. Unlike the first Paper Mario, where your special move was just your special gauge was upped by time, here your special move is upped by applause. So the more people you have in your crowd and the more action commands and stylish moves you do, the faster your special gauge will be refilled. So you actually want to make sure to land every action command, because otherwise people will leave the crowd. Oh, this performance sucks. It's a really interesting battle system.
This theater must be like really down on its luck. We've got 3 people watching the play.
Well, that's actually another cool thing about this game too. You don't actually, one of the satisfying things about RPGs is seeing like your size and scope in battle improve, but that's not just in terms of stats and damage. As you level up, your theater will actually get bigger and more grandiose looking, which is awesome.
Oh, wait, so like the stage and the curtains and the seats?
Yeah, they get better. Like our max theater size at the beginning of the game is, I believe, 50. I believe it goes up to 100 and then 150. I don't know if it can get any higher. I don't believe it does. It ups every 10 levels, so we're not actually going to be seeing it upgrade until like maybe chapter 2 or 3. But yeah, it's really cool how this game really takes its visual design, paper and live stage, which is an odd combination, but whatever. And
I like to think of that as a throwback to Mario 3.
Yeah, Paper Mario 1 also had something like that, but it's a lot more pronounced here because of the audience mechanic. But yeah, if you beat Gus there, you can go to the Trouble Center. I think there's only a handful of side quests to do there at this point in the game. That's where you...
Actually, I don't even think it's open at this point.
Okay, it might not open until after Chapter 1. That's where you do almost all of your side quests in the game. I will only be doing 2 of those, the 2 that unlock the most important rewards. Again, I would love to show off all the side quests because a lot of them are really funny, a lot of them are really touching. But, unfortunately, it's just a matter of time. It would basically double the length of the playthrough. So I'm going to be skipping most of them. But if you have this game on your own, I recommend playing through all of them at some point because there's a lot of, not only just funny moments, which I recommend seeing, there's a lot of really sweet and touching and sad moments, too. I love this game's writing in all of its facets, so, yeah.
Mario is an asshole.
Oh, no, that's a fucking surprise.
He's always kind of a dick.
Yeah, well, is it Mario Tennis, where if you beat the game as Luigi, he, kind of rubs his shoe on Luigi's shoe, like, oh, you fucker, I'm so proud of you for beating me in tennis. So proud. But yeah, this is essentially our first boss in the game. It's easier than Gus, though, so it shouldn't really be that big of an issue. I believe you get the Fire Flower block on the way to the Thousand Year Door. I recommend using it here because his tentacles each have 3 damage, and if you beat both of them and attack him, he'll fall to the ground and you'll get a free turn to wail on him. So,
yeah, Firefly will take care of the arms immediately, and it's free to the picking.
My tendency in these types of games is to hold on to my items, but since you have a very limited item space, actually that's one incentive to go through the Pit of the 100 Trials, is because if you get to floor 50, you double your inventory size. But, my tendency is to hold on to items forever and never use them. You really don't want to do that in Paper Mario because you have such a limited inventory space.
Sounds like a Sticker Star mentality.
No, fuck Sticker Star, because... No, I said I wouldn't. I said I wouldn't, and I won't.
It's okay. That's my fault. I provoked you.
It's sort of something that you have to wean yourself off of if you're used to JRPGs, because JRPGs in general have this tendency of giving you, like, fucking infinite bags of holding straight from the get-go. But in more Western RPGs, you always have inventory limits that you need to work around, whether it's weight or number of items you can carry, or even in some cases, actual physical box space. And
at the very least, this game, if you go to a shop, you can hold items in reserve, kind of like the Pokemon
yeah.
PC, actually, is the first thing that comes to mind. I'd recommend doing that, especially if you manage to find a really good item in an earlier location.
Yeah, in a game with limited inventory space, having a place to keep your extra shit is mandatory.
Yeah, but thankfully the 10-item limit is only in terms of consumables. Things like key items, badges, those don't add to your inventory size.
No, separate lists.
Yeah, so that's good. You don't have like a limit of 10 badges you can keep on at once. That would be obnoxious.
Man, you know how when Final Fantasy XIII came out, the developers were talking about how cool it was that the characters were jumping around through the environment? Well,
a Mario game without jumping is like a Sonic game where you don't run fast.
No, I'm just saying, like, there are a bunch of games that were doing that first. Not even necessarily just the Mario RPGs, although the Mario RPGs certainly do show that you can have RPG elements and jumping around, traversing an interesting environment.
Yeah. The platforming elements are definitely very light. But they're there because it wouldn't feel Mario-like without them. Speaking of Mario-like, this is Petal Meadows, which is your typical like World 1-1 kind of setting, and the music has elements of the Mario 1 theme in it. I also believe the battle theme also has elements of Mario 1's overworld theme in it as well. And look, a dragon.
Yeah, the normal battle theme has elements of the overworld theme, yes.
I believe Paper Mario had No, it was its title screens that had elements of Mario World music in it. Never mind. But yeah, the battle theme is pretty catchy. It needs to be, because in an RPG, if the battle theme isn't catchy, then you're gonna really hate doing random battles.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, so that was a dragon. Ooh, scary.
Dragons wouldn't be an RPG without one. What was I going to say? What you were talking about platforming being simple, is that kind of like the problem with the gameplay in Super Paper Mario, that it's not
Super Paper Mario isn't really a platformer. It's you walk left and right, and there's not an awful lot of jumping challenges, or if there are, they were very simple. The problem with Super Paper Mario is really the combat, in that you do the Mario thing where you jump on people's heads, but enemies have life bars, so like you're bouncing on enemies' heads for a long time, and the combat doesn't get an awful lot more complex than that, really.
It's kind of trying to meet both crowds halfway and not managing to meet either of them.
It's like, what if you're playing Mario 1, but enemies had health?
Based like there are some tricks around it. Like, you get Bowser as a playable character relatively early in that game. Bowser combined with a pixel friend, which are kind of like your partners in this, named Carrie, makes most of the combat in Super Paper Mario a non-issue, because Bowser has double damage than everybody else. But we leveled up. Yay. How I'm doing my level ups is how I normally do my level ups in Paper Mario. I go health, flower, badge, repeat.
Badge points. Badge points.
No, if you're gonna do any kind of specialty run in Paper Mario, which the one that I'm most interested in is not upgrading my health at all, but upgrading flower points and badge points alternatively, you'd be able to do so much OP shit, it'd be ridiculous.
I prioritize badge points and flower points, because if I'm playing my A game, then I'm guarding and super guarding most of the attacks anyway. So health shouldn't be an issue.
Also, having your party members as a buffer helps a lot. And also, the graphical, like little graphical touches like this really help the paper aesthetic. There was something like this in the Rogueport sewers, I think, where like you pressed a button and instead of stairs appearing, the screen ripped away a piece of paper and the stairs were there. There's little touches like that make the game's paper.
And now I should make some stairs appear.
Poof.
Like magic. Ooh.
Ooh.
Mario has stairway beam too. Awesome. I'm not alone.
Yeah, stairway beam.
Oh man, I love games with really unique art style, graphical touches and stuff, and you don't see a whole lot of that on consoles these days.
No, to be honest, it's mostly relegated to handhelds lately.
Indies too.
Indies,
Well,
yes.
yeah, handhelds and indies, yeah, where they're using it to make up for, graphics being less impressive than consoles. On consoles, everyone's trying to be realism.jpg. Well, it's like you could do so much more art style stuff with those same graphics capabilities, though.
Yeah, it's kind of frustrating actually, because when you think about it, like the PS3 could run a okay looking realistic environment, but it could run a fucking fantastic looking cel shaded game.
The Ratchet and Clank game that they released really early on in the PS3's life cycle looked like a freaking Pixar movie.
Hell, I don't know if you've seen footage of the Ratchet and Clank remake on the PS4. That's fucking Pixar quality there.
I know that, how would it compare to the trailers for the movie? Because I haven't seen the trailers.
It's pretty fucking close, Ted.
Oh, wow.
Obviously there are some inferiority here and there, but goddamn.
Yeah, it's like, I don't hate on realistic-looking games. I think they look really dazzling, especially in this current gen. But at the same time, variety is great. Fire Emblem.
I love that little toad there. Later on, if you talk to him again, he'll say that he was playing Paper Mario, and then he'll say he's playing Paper Mario, the thing's in your door.
Yeah.
So, the game was developed by... Oh, fuck this guy. Fuck you. I hate that guy. I hate General White. I hate him so much. You'll find out why about, 40 parts from now.
I'm playing this awesome game called Mother 3. Heard of it? Oh...
I had it imported from a faraway land. I can't read it.
Earthbound, is that HAL or Intelligent Systems?
Earthbound?
Now I'm gonna have to look it up. Shit.
I can look it up for you.
No, I've already got Google going.
Oh, damn it.
Mother 3. Let's see. 2004 it came out. No, wait, it came out in 2006. Developers, yeah, it's HAL. HAL was at least one of the developers for Mother 3, so yeah.
Another feature of Goombella is that not only can you talk to NPCs, any NPC that has an ellipses next to them is someone you can also get more information from Goombella.
Yeah, you also can get a little bit of dialogue in every room in the game, and almost every character has a name and a personality. That will actually develop as you go through the game. This is mostly apparent in Rogueport because I believe the dialogue for every character in Rogueport changes every chapter. I believe in all the other towns it's just early chapter, mid chapter, late chapter, post chapter. It doesn't change after that. But especially in Rogueport, nearly every character has a set personality, stuff going on in their life, and a side quest in the Trouble Center centered around.
Yeah, story arcs that evolve through the chapters, which is important for Rogueport because it's a central hub. So
yeah, there's one chapter where I'm pretty sure you do a drug drop off, which is weird. I think the most what the fuck side quest in the game is the one where you have to pick up the Glitz Pit, which is just gross.
Yeah. That's kind of a thing that, talking about modern games versus older games, RPGs have been getting a lot less rich in terms of what NPCs do because they've insisted on giving everyone voice acting, and they've had a lot less NPC dialogue as a result. As a compromise. So you get a lot of nameless NPCs that you can't even interact with walking around in towns. And then you get those one or two that have dialogue icons floating above their head that you can talk to and get quests from.
And that's how you know they're important.
And it's, it just feels cheaper to me than this.
One thing I do love about the dialogue, though, there's no voice acting in the game. I don't think Nintendo will ever have voice acting in a Mario RPG.
Mario still has his usual woos and wahoos.
Yep, that doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, but
No, and honestly, first time playing, I was kind of a little fearful about that because around this time I was also very familiar with the Super Mario Advance series, which gave Mario those unnecessary woohoos and voice clips and shit like that didn't need it in the
this
first
is
place. So
as
please
far
go away.
as you'll go.
Yeah, and I hear Mario making jump noises. Thankfully, that's about as loud as he gets.
Well, it's basically just a wah hoo hoo. He
yeah,
doesn't
and they're
ever,
very quiet. They're very quiet. He's not very extravagant with the battle shouts.
Yeah, he doesn't ever drop an "it's a me" or anything like that. I don't.
No, he doesn't say anything really. He doesn't speak full sentences.
So, Ted, who's this dweeb?
What's with the Japanese trope of the guy with the Band-Aid on his face? Like, how big is this fucking boo-boo that you're gonna have a Band-Aid on you for the entire fucking game?
The Band-Aid on your nose, well, not this particular guy, because this guy looks like he's actually injured. He's got, like, a swollen eye and everything, and his cheek is a bit swollen, I think.
He's not really injured, he's just really shy.
But most of the time when you see a Band-Aid across a character's nose, like, straight across, it's an accessory, and I'm not sure who thought that a Band-Aid across your nose was a good accessory, but I guess it's supposed to make you look tough because you can take a punch to the face.
Coops is not tough.
It may be intentional considering the character and his art.
He's like trying to look tough, play the part.
Yeah.
You know what? That makes sense.
We'll see you guys next park with Paper Murphy and the 1,000-Year Door.
We completely missed that.